Welcome to the channel, to my latest 10th edition Warhammer 40k battle report. It's Black Templars versus the endless swarm of the Tyranids. It's a bug planet. It's an ugly planet. It's a ruined planet that the Tyranids are swarming all the way through, and the Space Marine chapter, known as the Black Templars, are here to stand against them. We're playing 2,000 points, Dawn of War deployment, take and hold, which means 5, 10, 15 points on the primary. You get 5 points for every primary objective that you score in your command phase, up to a maximum of 15 with chosen battlefield. Basically, we've ignored where the deployment map tells you where to put objectives down, and we've stuck our own objectives down across this lovely battlefield that you can see in front of you, which is provided by urbanmats.com. The battle mat is from urbanmats.com, and these lovely pre-painted ruins are all from urbanmats.com, and then there's some 3D printed crates and some scatter scenery here, there and everywhere. I just want to say a big thank you for watching this video, and a double thank you if you're a subscriber, and a triple thank you if you're a channel member and help support me. If you're a tier 3 channel member, not only does it help support me, but you get extra videos on Winter's Wednesdays and access to my Discord and all those sorts of things. Tier 3 for only $5.99 a month, which is about half the cost of a Boeing 747. So don't buy half a Boeing 747. Instead, become a tier 3 Winter's channel member. And we welcome back to the channel Support Bubble Sultan. Say hi, Support Bubble Sultan.
Hi, Support Bubble Sultan. I've got many names, haven't I?
I've heard that you have your own YouTube channel. Tell the people about your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is called Sultan Plays, and I don't do any playing. I do lots of painting and hobbying, and yeah, it's good. Things that you will see on the table are done on that channel. So if you want to see behind the scenes, you can go there. And also, maybe the best painting tips on YouTube, because there's no guff. Painting tips. There's no sponsorships because I'm too small, so you just get straight into the painting.
Basically, in the grim darkness of Sultan Plays, there is no plays, there is only war.
And yes.
And play. Okay, this is bang on 2,000 points worth of Tyranids, which I'm very proud of, because it's hard to get bang on 2,000 points with the current point system. Tyranids. Sultan, I have something called Synapse.
Oh.
So if I'm within 6 inches of a Synapse creature, I roll 3d6 for Battle Shock instead of 2 Battle Shock.
Yeah.
I haven't got much Synapse. Instead, I bought big bugs, and I cannot lie. I've got 3 units of warriors down here. They're all Synapse.
Yeah.
And the warlord for my army is the Turvagon here.
Yes.
And I've given her adaptive biology. So that's a 5-up, feel no pain. And at the start of any turn, if she's already lost a win, it becomes a 4-up, feel no pain. Toughness high, 2-up save, many wounds, long time to shift. Also, once per battle, I can call upon the Shadow in the Warp and make your whole army take battle shock tests.
That could be interesting for OPSEC and stuff.
It's in the command phase. So I think the best way to use it, I haven't remembered to use it in any battle reports yet, but I think the best way to use it is in a command phase after you've just done some battle shock tests.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Just rude.
Yes. Then they pick an adaptive biology. Basically, the thing I've picked is sustained hits 1
versus infantry.
Versus infantry, yeah. So any shooting or melee, doesn't matter. If I roll 6s, 6s explode for my army against your infantry.
It's good.
Please remind me that one.
I have a very similar rule, so I will be endeavouring to remind you.
Nice. Okay. So Big Mama, she's got 40 little bugs all around her.
Yeah.
You know, remember in the previous editions where you could spawn back in?
Yeah, you can spawn a lot now.
You can still spawn in.
Yeah.
She does D3 plus 3. She can spawn back in. And there's a strat where you can pick 2 units and put D3 plus 3 into 2 units as well.
Get the heavy flamer.
So what you can do is she naturally puts D3 plus 3 into there, and then pop a strat and put another D3 plus 3. A heavy flamer would really work.
Yeah, luckily I brought a couple.
Nice, okay. Tyranid warriors, like I said, for the Synapse, they're the shooty version, but they're pretty good in close combat. Shooty only hits on 4s, close combat hitting on 3s.
They're pretty good, yeah.
And then I like big, but I did that joke already. I'm running the Carnifex Brood as 2 separate Carnifexes.
Yes.
They've got monstrous scything talents. You can bring them in units of 2, but 2 distraction Carnifexes. Triple Tyrannofexes.
Yeah, these are the really scary one, because what? Toughness 12, 2 up save, no invuln, but they can have a feel no pain with your strat.
Yes.
And -1 damage naturally.
-1 damage naturally.
They are the new Death Guard.
They are the new Death Guard. And this one is the acid spray, as you can see, very acidic.
I have been caught out by this one in the past.
Does good anti-infantry fire. These big guns on the rupture cannons, I think they're strength 18.
Very swingy though, isn't it? D6 damage.
2d6 damage.
Not that swingy then.
They do hit on 3s, but they're heavy, so if I stay still, hitting on 2s. Not very good in close combat. They have powerful limbs, apparently,
Yes.
which are AP dash. But
Once I tie you
them.
up, that's the goal, right?
Haruspeck's best unit in the game.
Yeah.
I think Destruction Carnifexes are out, and I think Destruction Haruspeckses are in because they have so many attacks, and they're cheap as chips. And that tongue is precision.
Yes.
They can lash out and pick up Grimaldus or someone like that and go nom nom nom.
What an end to the hero of Helsinki.
Then I brought some more weapon beasts along, and Exocrine. Symbiotic targeting on this thing, so if I shoot a Space Marine unit, and then something else shoots that Space Marine unit, because that one shot the Space Marine unit first, the other things can reroll hit rolls of 1. Do you like them apples?
They're stuck in goo, I'm guessing, right? That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, stuck, weighed down, goo things.
Yeah.
And then I got a Morlock. This bursts up. It doesn't burst up really close now. It bursts up more than 9 inches away. But it does do mortal wounds to everything within 12 when it bursts up more than 9 inches away.
And can charge.
Not very many. It can charge.
Yeah.
All of its attacks are 1 damage, but it's got 16 of them.
Yeah.
16 of them.
That'll do it.
And it's there just to burst up in your backfield and be very unfriendly to you.
I don't like bugs in my backfield.
No one likes bugs in their backfield. You should get some cream for it. So we've got the Swarm, we've got some Synapse, we've got some holding on to some objectives. We've got some big bugs that can shoot the crap out of you and some big bugs running towards you. I'm not sure how well this list will work today, but I do like the fact that you can bring so many big bugs now.
Yeah.
So let's go and have a look at the Black Templars.
Okay.
And this is 2,000 points worth of Black Templars on the nose as well. Congratulations. You get an internet point, by the way, every time you manage to make a 2,000 point list, not a 980 or something.
What do I redeem them for? Cancel out one bad comment.
Yes.
Got it.
So you still have Oath of Moment.
Yes. I'll remember that this time.
Which is point at a unit and you reroll all hits and all wounds.
Yeah, very strong.
What else do Black Templars have?
So Black Templars can choose from 4 vows.
Right.
And I'm not going to go through them all, but the vow I'm choosing today is accept any challenge no matter the odds, which gives me the sustained hits 1 ability in combat versus anything with anything.
Right, so I've got sustained hits.
We'll remember it.
But yours is in combat.
Yeah, so against a list like yours, lethal hits would probably be better, which is one of the other vows. But I've played with sustained hits a lot, and I like just getting more attacks.
Yeah, because lethal hits mean 6s to hit, you auto wound.
Yeah.
And I've got loads of big bugs.
Yeah.
But sustained hits means...
More dice, and it's more fun.
I like it.
That's it.
Throwing more dice. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what they do.
Yeah.
So you don't have the Tactical Assault Devastator thing.
No, we have our own vows, and then we have our own strats as well, which is nice and simple.
And they're very, very angry.
Yes.
Would you like to talk us through what you got here?
Yeah, Warlord. Helmbrecht. Do not leave home without him. He makes critical hits on 5s and 6s, so when he's in combat, he can make sure that I get sustained hits on 5s and 6s. Very cool.
For him or the unit?
For the unit he's with.
Whoa.
And him.
So basically 5s and 6s explode.
Yes, he also gives +1 strength to himself and the unit he's with. So his sword becomes like strength 9 or something silly.
Nice.
With 3 damage. He's an absolute tank.
Yes.
And then we've got a squad of Sword Brethren behind. Sword Brethren have had a massive glow up this edition. They now have 3 wounds each, over 2.
3? And
they have more attacks. And they can all take power weapons and thunderhammers and stuff. And when they get into combat, at the start of the fight phase, they can choose to either have an extra attack each at the same damage, or they can increase their damage by 1.
Doesn't, Halbrecht do mortal wounds at the start of the fight phase as well?
Yeah, it's very exciting. Start of every fight phase, before you have a chance to fight, he just does rolls a d6. On a 2 to 3, it's d3. On a 4 to 5, it's a flat 3. And on a 6, it's d3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
What's that all about? He shouts at the enemy and makes them scared or something?
I think just his sheer presence, right?
His sheer presence. His sheer presence make people lose wounds.
Famously angrier than Grimaldus, all right? So
it is a thing. It is a thing.
Behind them, keeping it simple, we've got some Infernus guys. These are my sort of backfield and home objective squad.
But they're flamers.
Yeah.
Surely they should be going forward.
Eventually they probably will.
Right.
But at the start of the game, they're to sort of deny deep strike and make you think twice about charging them because there's a lot of flamer shots.
I suppose, yeah, if you've got them on a backfield objective and I go charging in, then that could hurt.
It could hurt.
Right, okay.
Then behind, we've got Brother Kaifon, who is a Brutalis Dreadnought, one of the ones you can see kitbashed on my channel. Yay. And he's an absolute monster. He does a similar thing to Helbrecht when he goes into a fight. Except it's every time he charges, he does mortal wounds.
Brilliant.
And then he's got the Talons and multi-melters. So Talons are twin-linked, and he can choose one of two profiles, either big killy or lots more killy.
Okay.
And that's it.
So that's 2 units charging forward.
Yeah.
Over here, we have another unit charging forward.
Yeah, 5-man Blade Guard squads aren't really a thing anymore because you have to pay the points for 6. So I've made a 5-man Blade Guard squad by doing 3 and then a Captain-Lieutenant combo.
Right.
So the Lieutenant, which is Brother Gideon, he gives lethal hits to the unit he's with, and they can fall back and shoot. Is another thing they can do.
Okay.
Really, and they can also declare a charge if they fall back, which is pretty cool.
So fullback shoot and charge.
Yes, which is very cool. So he can give them lethal hits, and he's got the enhancement Tannhauser's Bones, which gives him half damage coming in, which is somewhat useful when you've only got 4 wounds.
Okay.
The Captain is Brother Bastilian, and he has the enhancement that makes 5s and 6s count as critical hits as well.
What's that enhancement called?
That is called Sigismund's Seal, and he also gets an extra attack from it.
Does it affect him or the unit?
The unit. Yeah.
So with the Lieutenant there, 5s explode.
Yeah.
And they also do lethal hits.
Yes. Yeah.
I like it.
These are a very good killy monster unit. Because
Okay.
they explode and lethal. I just need to remember that that's happening. Blade Guard now, at the start of the fight phase, can choose to re-roll hit rolls of 1 or saves of 1.
Okay.
So they're good. They're holding the line. They're a defensive focused thing.
You've got name tags on all your dudes.
A few of the dudes.
Tag. Where did you get shout out to the name tag?
Versatile terrain. They're really cool.
Versatile terrain for name tags on your named dudes.
Yes, very, very cool.
Nice. So 3 units running forward.
What's this Crusader squad
Yes.
also running forward. They're a chainsword power fist squad. They do what they did say on the tin. Very cheap for what you get.
Yeah.
Then we've got Gladiator Valiant, which is the one with all the melters.
And Black Templars can take an extra melter.
There it is. Yeah.
So you've got triple melters.
It's Black Templars, yeah.
Does it mean it's more expensive?
15 points more expensive, give or take, yeah.
Criminally undercosted, the Gladiator Valiants. Love them.
155 for normal Space Marines,
Need to get me 3 of these.
They're bloody cool.
Best unit in the game, Land Raider Redeemer.
I mean, it's going to get shot off the table turn 1 now, but every game we've played, it has been an absolute beast and survived everything. So, twin Flamestorm cannons, which are D6 plus 3 shots each.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. You've got multi-melter assault cannons doing devastating wounds, and you can fit 14 guys inside. So, Helbrecht and his squad, and then the Blade Guard squad are jumping inside.
What? Both of them?
Yeah, because they can both fit.
I love it.
And then they can just split off and do their thing.
I love it.
Plus, it means when you do pop it, you have a ball of hate coming out.
So we have the hero of Black Reach over here.
Hell's Reach. Yeah.
Grimaldus.
Yes.
Black everything.
Yeah. He's attached to a Sword Brethren squad as well. We've covered them. So Grimaldus can do 3 things. Basically, he rerolls all hits when he goes fighting. He has the old Litany of Hate for his unit.
Yeah.
And then he can choose one of 3 things in the command phase. One is Advance and Charge. Yeah. One is a 5 at Feel No Pain. And the other one is an extra AP.
Right, okay.
I've yet to use the extra AP because I can't think that far ahead. But Feel No Pain and Advance and Charge is always fun.
There was a great bit in the book where someone dies on him.
Yeah.
And he shouts him back to life.
Yeah.
He's so angry.
That's all the Feel No Pain is. It's just him screaming.
Yeah. So he's got some Sword Brethren with him as well because they're really good.
Yeah.
And that's 5 units coming forward, and the 6th unit coming forward is a Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah, Brother Kephalon. He's another kit-bashed one because one month I was too poor to buy a Redemptor and I had a Knight lying around. So there he is. He's got the Macroplasma and a Flamer. Probably not the best combo in the world, but he's a Templar, so we needed a Flamer.
You know what, though? Your Dreadnought conversions look more like cathedrals than Dreadnoughts, so they fit the Black Templar theme very, very well.
Thank you. Yeah, my other Space Marine chapters just have regular dreads, but...
You thought, let's do something different. When you say other Space Marine chapters, how many Space Marine chapters have you got?
I don't know. More than 5.
So many you've lost count.
Quite a lot, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm looking at is a Black Templar's army where 6s explode in close combat, and some shenanigans, so 5s and 6s explode over here, and where pretty much everything in the list is charging forward towards the Tyranid lines.
There's not much tactics here, it's just run at you.
The Tyranids, I'm supposed to be charging you.
Well, you've got weapon beasts.
True. I'll
You're on the gun line.
I'll shoot you first, then charge at you. Let's go on to deployment. We've deployed for this 2,000 point game. I've taken hold. I've kept my Morlock in reserve. And there's warriors swarming all over my home objective here. Big unit of 6, little unit of 3. The 3 are behind the ruin, so they cannot be targeted by things on the other side of the ruin. The bigger unit are inside. There's the Exocrine with the 2 separate Screamer Killers. Going down the line, Sultan put his tank over here quite early on during deployment. So I put Weapon Beast number 1, Weapon Beast number 2, tucking in, because if you're partially obscured by a ruin, they do get a +1 to their cover save. So they're on a really good cover save right now, with the Destruction Harrow Specs ready to run all the way up the street. And down this end, there's an objective here, look, just outside my deployment zone. So Big Mama's over here, along with 40 little bugs. Yes. So facing them, you've put down Redemptor Dreadnought.
And Grimaldus and company.
Okay. In the Land Raider is
Helbrecht and his squad, and then the Captain Lieutenant combo with the Blade Guard.
Right.
I'm hoping with Smokescreen, and also hoping to get turn 1, but I'm hoping with Smokescreen I can just move up, because the whole point of a Land Raider is to ram it up the gut.
Right.
So that's where it's going. This is in a position where it can fire on a couple of your models turn 1.
Right.
If I get turn 1, because you're probably going to try and kill it if not. And then we've got a squad on home objective here.
Inverness team on home objective. Down on this flank, it's looking a little bit bare.
Well, it's a Brutalis and a big 10-man blob. So I think we're okay.
Not that bare.
Not that bare. Plus, these guys have a pre-game move which could get them towards the objective.
That would be really good. Come forward towards my Acid Spray Flamer of Doom.
I shall.
With the Brutalis. Brilliant.
Happy to oblige.
Let's roll a dice and see who gets to go first. Sultan.
Yes, mate.
Brap got me these dice, look.
He's a sweetie.
With my logo on. These are currently not available.
No, but you've got some coming soon.
Soon. Maybe by the time this video comes out.
Who knows?
Oh,
damn, I needed to go first.
Tyranids turn 1. In this mission, we're both going to be using flexible objectives, drawing them every single turn. And I've got Overwhelming Force, got to kill a unit on an objective, which is your Inferno squad, and get behind enemy lines. Here we are after my movement phase, and I don't think I'm going for either of those objectives, because I can't get behind enemy lines, and I don't really want to waste this glorious opportunity of going first to Overwhelming Force your unit of Inflamers. What are they called? Infernus, guys. Don't want to bother shooting at them. I want to shoot at Land Raider. One-shot Land Raider.
1 CP strap that says no.
Well, we'll get to that, because we've got 2 rupture cannons here, and I placed the Exocrine so I can see some of the armour and get that symbiotic targeting on the Land Raider. That's the plan. Everything else just shuffling forward a little bit. You do have a scout move with this unit. What are they called?
Crusader Squad.
Crusader Squad. Do get a scout move. Because I went first, what you did is you ducked them back behind the ruin. Otherwise, they're going to get hit by an acid spray Tyranids.
This thing's 18-inch range.
With his acid spray.
What the hell?
I know, it's good, isn't it? But right now, can't see him. Can't shoot at them. Instead, I need to measure up to see if I'm in range of the Brutalis Dreadnought. I'm not in range of the acid spray, so instead the 2 venom cannons from the Tyranid warriors, which are the only thing from this unit can see them, because he's in the ruin, are gonna shoot at him. The other guys, if you get down and look, I can't actually see over that bit of wall there. Anyway, venom cannons, 2d3 shots. They hit on 4s, and at strength 9 they wound on 5s, and I don't wound. Okay, right, let's go on to the Exocrine instead, firing at your Land Raider. It's a heavy gun, but the Land Raider has popped smoke, and it's D6 plus 3 shots. It hits on 3s because of the smoke, and it wounds on 5s because toughness Land Raider. That's 1 wound. Now, AP minus 3. Now, because of the ruin, it's AP minus 2, and then smoke
adds 1 to my cover save,
which you've already got.
Yeah, so it won't stack.
So it's just a 4-up.
Yeah, it just gives me cover.
Which you make. But at least a hit went through the smoke screen, and so symbiotic targeting kicks in. So this Tyrannofex, which is now hitting on 3s because the smoke screen is still in effect. We'll get to reroll 1s, and there's a 2.
It's free. It's free.
It wounds on a 3. It does wound. AP minus 4 becomes AP minus 3. 5 up save.
No.
Right, 2d6 damage. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
For 7 damage.
Ooh.
The Land Raider's on 9 wounds remaining, and then Tyrannofex number 2 shoots in. Look at that.
Ooh.
Boxcars.
Don't roll that to wound, please.
3s to wound. 1 more wound comes through. Do I command point it? I don't. Let's not get greedy. Let's not get greedy.
Nope.
Okay, 2d6 damage. It's on 9 wounds left. I could CP reroll this. That's 8 wounds. See, 2d6, the average is 7. So if I CP reroll that, it's probably going to get worse. And I'm quite happy that I've got that Land Raider on 1 wound remaining.
We should mention,
Yes.
we said this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We said this was going to happen. Every game, we've tried this out just to make sure that we were getting it right. And the Land Raider has survived every time.
Yeah. Well,
this time you've annihilated.
Yeah, we played a couple of games off camera with different Black
It's a lot of
Templars
edition,
and different
right?
stuff. And
Yeah.
I think the very first game you played against me in 10th edition was your Black Templars versus Necrons.
And they just stormed, yeah.
And I wasn't able to kill the Land Raider. But this time,
1 wound!
I've got it down to 1 wound. Interestingly, that is the end of my shooting phase. That is the end of my turn. I don't score anything whatsoever. I will ditch my cards to get an extra CP, which gets me up to 2 CP. Then in your command phase, I'll be up to 3 CP. But it is 0 points to the Tyranids. All we've done is weaken that Land Raider, but that's enough. As we go on to Black Templars, turn 1. So the Black Templars want to secure this battlefield. They want to investigate signals, do actions in the corner of the battlefield. They also want to get to the centre of the battlefield, wholly within it. So long as there's no Tyranids, wholly within it. And there aren't right now, but it'll take some advanced moves to get there. In the Black Templars command phase, they passed the battle shock test on the Land Raider and have moved forward and selected the Harrow Specs as the Oath of Moment target, so can reroll all hits and all wounds against it. So I would have liked to select the weapon beasts behind, but multi-motors only have an 18-inch range now on the big tonk, so can't actually reach out and touch the Tyrannifexes just yet. But get rid of the Harrow Specs, that's definitely a thing. Over here, the Brutalis Dreadnought moves forward. It's an 8-inch charge, 10-inch charge?
8 or 10, yeah.
Into the Carnifex. I think we pre-measured and then completely forgot.
Yep.
On this side, the Sword Brethren unit are investigating
Crusader
signals.
Squad.
Crusader Squad.
Yes.
They're making sure there's no Tyranids coming up behind you.
Yes. Which is good, because there's apparently a Morlock hanging around.
There's a Morlock out there somewhere. Their all specs are picking up some pings underground. And Grimaldus as well is checking out this corner of the battle grid as well, which will be 4 VP at the end of the turn, while the Redemptor Dreadnought moves forward and eyes up Big Mama and the Tervagant Swarm. But we're going to start the shooting phase with the Gladiator pumping all rounds into the Haruspecs, and mistakes were made. I was supposed to make sure that everything was in Synapse range, and I should have strung these 3 out because it's too far away from the Synapse for... No, it's fine. Mistakes were made. I've got to live with it. That's where it's... The only way I'm going to remember to do Synapse properly is it hurt me when I don't remember to do Synapse properly, so it hurts. So, I am going to put rapid regeneration on it. It's a 6 up, feel no pain. If it's in Synapse, 5 up, feel no pain. But I'm still going to do it because it might live. It might live.
6 multi-motor shots.
It probably won't live.
3s, re-rolling everything.
Because of Oath of Moment.
Love Oath of Moment.
Okay. 5s to wound.
Yeah, this is the harder part. 1 wound so far.
Right.
Oath of Moment. 4 wounds at -4.
Okay.
You have a 2 up save?
No, that one has a 3 up save.
Damage then. D6 plus 2 at this range, I believe. I'll have to measure after the fact, but we'll roll first.
Not within multi-melter range, but 13 wounds come through. It's got 14 wounds. Yes. So it's going to live.
Definitely going to live.
It's got 5 wounds remaining. Is that it for the shots?
Last Talon.
Oh yeah, I forgot the turret gun.
It's firing everything.
Fire everything.
Reroll that for Oath.
Both of them hit.
Last Talon will wound on... what toughness is that?
28. It's toughness 10, Sultan.
Force to wound. I'm going to change dice.
It's a strength 10 gun.
Yes. No.
It's going to live.
It's going to live. Icarus Pod. D something shots, D3.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Oath of Moment.
5s to wound.
Yeah.
Oath of Moment.
1 wound.
AP. -1. 4 up save. 2 damage. 2 6s. It's on 3 wounds remaining.
Land Raider's turn.
What? You're going to set it on fire?
Well, we're going to do the assault cannons first, but yeah, everything's going in. Apart from one of the hunter killer that it has that it probably won't be able to use next turn is going into the weapon beast closest.
Okay. So, starting off with the assault cannons into Harrow Specs.
4s.
Yes.
Because he's injured, but Oath of Moment.
And you managed to get 4 hits through. Strength 6, toughness 10.
5s, but 6s are devastating wounds. So
Okay.
there's 2 wounds so far with Oath. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. No AP,
No
which
AP.
is wrong. They're assault cannons. 3 up saves. I'm still good. It's still on 3 wounds remaining. And now you're going to set it on fire.
Yes.
2d6 plus 6 to this roll.
That's
and it's
big.
nearly a perfect roll. The 17 auto hits, wound on 5s, and then you can re-roll everything with Oath of Moment. Grimaldus says, kill that one! Kill it!
But it's Helbrecht inside, isn't it?
Helbrecht screamed out, kill it. Like 11 wounds at -2. 5 up saves, and then each of these is...
2 damage.
Right, feel no pains. Here's some of them. Yeah, it's dead.
Okay.
After the Haruspex melts into a burning heap, the HK goes out and slams into the Tyrannofex. Normally hits on a 2,
Yeah.
but 3s because he's injured.
Strength 14.
Wounds on a 3.
Yay!
Wounds. I do get cover. The model is partially obscured from the point of view of the firer, so -3 becomes -2.
1. Yeah.
4 up save. I make the save. Moving down into a different part of the ruined city streets where the multi-melters from the Brutalis, all the shots from the Brutalis coming into the lead. Carnifex that he wants to charge and he'll hit on 3s.
Twin multi-melter. Hits.
Brilliant.
Wound on 5s. Are they toughness 9 these days?
Yes, they are toughness 9.
So 4s to wound.
4s to
Twin
wound.
linked.
Uh,
-4.
Yeah, strength 9 versus toughness 9. They have a 2 up save though, which becomes a 6 up because of your AP, negative, and 2d6 damage.
Yeah, just outside of melter range. For
And
9.
that is a dead Carnifex. I guess you won't be charging it because you already shot it straight through the heart
Wrong.
and destroyed it. That's 2 of the big bugs shredded by the fury of the Black Templars. Now the last thing that can actually fire is this Redemptor Dreadnought.
Kephalon.
Are you firing down at the Tervagants or the Tervagon?
This squad of Termagants who are not in cover.
Yes.
And how many are there?
20.
So this will be, you normally gets D6 plus 1.
For
He's
his-
going to get D6 plus 5
his
shots with his
plasma
plasma.
gun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
No need to overcook it. Number of shots.
D6 plus 5 for 7.
And this hits on 3s. And this wounds. Well, kills
2s.
on 2s.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, there's
2.
3 ones, look. It also has an Icarus pod which fires out twice
3s.
and hits both of the times.
This is also 2s.
Wounds both of the times.
-1 though, so you can
Okay,
save.
6 up saves.
Save 1.
Kill 1 more.
Then the Twin Frag Storm, which is also blast, so D6 plus 4 this time. 4.
Well, it'll be
6.
D6 plus 5 because at the time when you shot...
His thing is D6 plus 1 naturally.
Oh.
So this is just D6.
Okay,
Yeah.
3s to hit.
3s to hit.
We have 4 hits. Strength,
4.
toughness 3,
3s to wound.
4
4.
wounds, AP.
Dash.
AP dash.
5 up 6.
You kill 3 more. So in the end, 6 of the Tervagants are killed down this side street over here, and that is the end of Black Templars turn 1. They're definitely getting 4 points for investigating signals in the middle of the battle grid, and they're coming closer to my lines with these big murder piles of death on the right and on the left. I've got 1 more round of shooting to kill some of this aggression before it comes crashing in, because in a strange turn of events, the Black Templars are more punchy than the Tyranids. In my command phase, I won't have any battle shock tests to do, but I can spawn D3 plus 3 back in this squad. He killed 6, and I'm putting 4 back in as we go into Tyranids, turn 2. The Tyranids pick up 10 points on the primary, making it 10 points to 4 for the Tyranids, and they want to cleanse objectives, or in my case, make them very, very dirty by whittling all over them in no man's land, and take 2 objectives in no man's land for secure no man's land. At the end of the Tyranids movement phase, the Morlock has not burst up underground yet, but the Tyrannofex round this side has moved forward to take this objective here. Interestingly enough, I can't see the Brutalis Dreadnought on the other side of the ruin. Well, I can, but I can't because of rules. So he's going to have to put his Flamer of Doom down into the Crusader squad down here, which could be slightly painful for them. But by taking this objective and all the way over here, this one's in no man's land as well, that is 5 points for secure no man's land. And then this little unit down here, which is pulled back out of the cover because loads of guys inside of Land Raiders that might come charging down towards me, they're cleansing that one, or making it more dirty in my case. So I'm cleansing one thing, I'm securing no man's land, we're staying on this side of the ruin for any shots that come back, and I think the best thing on this flank to deal with the Redemptor Dreadnought is a big horde of little bugs. Not because they can hurt it,
Just tie it up.
Tie it up, climb up its trouser leg,
You can only squish so much before the joint seize up, right?
Exactly.
He's an old man.
The counter charge from Angry Grimaldus behind might be able to...
That will be disgusting, yeah.
That will be disgusting, and will be able to wipe out a whole swarm of little bugs. But the intention is to try and at least keep your back a bit.
Yes.
Keep your back over there.
Pen me in.
Pen you in. In the middle, you'll notice that I've moved away from all the nastiness there. The warrior unit comes around this side. The Carnifex is coming around this side. The Exocrine. There's going to be a lot of shots, hopefully, going into the Brutalis Dreadnought before the Carnifex goes charging in. So that's the plan over here. Charge, shoot Carnifex and the little guys over there. Weapon beasts into Land Raider up the middle of the gut, and then over this side, little bugs crawling up your trouser legs. Okay? So we're going to start off one more time. Rupture cannons from Tyrannofex into Land Raider on 1 wound remaining.
Now, I've debated this, and I thought, what would be the most annoying thing I can do to you? So I'm going to spend 2 command points. Smoke and Armour of Contempt, because they can go together. Smoke -1 to hit, +1, I basically get cover.
Yeah.
And then Armour of Contempt is reduce your AP by 1. So my Land Raider will have a 4-up save against this.
Instead of a 6-up save. I like it.
I'm doing it. It's a waste of CP probably on 1 wound.
Well, it might keep it alive. And it's going to start off with 3s to hit. The Armour of Contempt, the smoke screen kicking in there.
Yeah. 3s to wound.
3s to wound. It wounds. So 4-up instead of a 6-up because of Armour of Contempt and smoke screen.
Okay, right. I've got 1 CP left.
You have.
I've got to double down.
Okay, so 3 CP on keeping the Land Raider alive.
It's alive still.
Damn it. Okay, Tyrannofex number 2 then is going to join in.
You can't shoot my Valiant.
3s to... Oh, that's true, actually. If I'd have been able to pop that, the other guns could have gone into Valiant.
This is more important, though.
Okay, 3s to hit Land Raider.
Helping me again.
You know what I should have done? Is shoot the Exocrine at it first.
Well, you want to shoot Brutalis.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was going in the Brutalis. One of them hits. 3s to wound.
Yes, sir.
That's a 2. I'm spending a command point.
Do it,
I'm spending a command point.
Okay.
A wound.
4-up save.
50-50 chance, so good luck.
He's alive!
Oh, no.
Best CP I've ever spent, just because it felt like playing Death Guard.
Best CP.
How does it feel for me to make my saves for once, Winters?
Best CP, you spent 3 CP on keeping it alive.
It's a 300-point model with another 300 points sat inside.
Yeah. Well, you're in Stinger Salvo range.
Yeah, this will probably
I was going to ignore that, but now we'll do that.
Yeah.
See, I thought I wouldn't need these because I thought it'd be dead.
Is this both your beasts at once?
This is one of them.
Yeah.
This is one of the beasts. It needs 5s to wound.
6s, toughness 12.
These are... Oh, yeah. Well, that is a 6. That's a 6.
2-up save. Oh,
no. Okay. Are you ready?
Round 2.
Round 2. 4s to hit. That's 5 hits this time.
Yeah.
Just need a 6. Just need 1 6.
I've never been so scared in my life. Okay.
The Land Raider is still alive. Yes! It's just tanking shot after shot after shot. What did we say in turn 1? How tanky these things are now?
I did. Well, I spent a lot of money on that. But I if I'd kept that CP and not used the reroll, I'd have done something called Devout Push now. Move D6 towards you.
Really?
Just so people know, that would have been the epic follow-up. But I've spent 3 CP on saves.
All right, we're coming across here to little bugs firing at Redemptor Dreadnought. Impossible shot, I hear you ask. Well, she gives them lethal hits so long as they're within 6-inch range. My sustained hits thing only kicks in when I shoot an infantry, attacking infantry. But they do hit on 4s. And those are lethal, Sultan.
Yeah.
Those are lethal. That one's also slightly lethal. 6 2-up saves on Redemptor Dreadnought.
You took a wound off.
Yay.
You've got 11 left.
Here's the Stinger Salvo from Big Mama, and these need 6s as well. Nope, so just 1 wound. We're going to move all the way down to this flank. The Exocrine actually can't see the Land Raider, but the Death Spitters from the Warriors can see the Brutalis. They hit on 4s, and they need 6s to wound, but those are AP -1.
3 ups.
And I tickle that as well. And then the Screamer Killer... I say Screamer Killer. Used to be a Screamer Killer. It's now a Carnifex. It now has its Bioplasmic Blast, which spits out at the Brutalis twice. And this hits on 4s and misses. So let's do Exocrine at Brutalis as well.
We should have done Exocrine first, shouldn't we?
I should have, yeah. I said that like 7 times.
You even said it. Because you said it, you only rolled the 1-1, I think, on the Carnifex. Re-rolled the 1 on the Carnifex.
No, it's fine.
You said it.
It's fine. There's a wound from the Exocrine.
-3.
-3.
5-up save. No,
That's
3 damage.
78 damage.
3.
The Brutalis is on 8 wounds left. Okay, so this will definitely work. The Tyranids acid spray torrent splashing all over the Crusader squad in the backfield.
I used all my tricks on the tank.
You used all your CP, and this is D6 plus 6 auto hits for 7 auto hits. Strength 6 minus 2, 2 damage. There's a 5 up saves you need to make, and each failed save will kill a Marine.
You kill 4 Marines.
4 Marines, nasty. And then there's also a Stinger Salvo on that thing, which hits on 3s.
Sustained hits.
Oh yeah, I got sustained hits. Thanks for reminding me.
First time it's come up.
Brilliant. So there's an extra 1 that goes in there. And these will wound on 3s. And that is a lot of wounds. That is 7 3-up saves on your Marines. Only 1 damage a time though.
Kill another one.
Brilliant. Half of the sword, brother, brethren, Crusader nasty squad are cut down.
Right shoulder is Crusader squad.
Right.
Red shoulders are sword brethren.
Okay. And then over here, the 2 venom cannons in this squad can also see them. And they have D3 shots each for 2 shots. And one of them hits. And at strength 9, it does wound. Minus 2, 2 damage.
Strength 9, toughness 4.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, math's bad. Kill.
And another one bites the dust. That is the end of the shooting phase. I like the work that I've done on this flank. Don't like the work that I've done on the other flank
I
with
think
the
this
Redeemer.
is some of your best work over here, actually. I like this.
The Redeemer is still chugging away. How did that happen? We're going to go into the charge phase. We have a Carnifex charging a Brutalis Dreadnought. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not, but we'll see what happens. The Carnifex is scared, doesn't want to go charging forward. I have 2 CP.
Yeah.
I'm going to make him unscared. I want to get in there. I want to see what happens. He goes charging in there. Then on this flank, do I bother charging with little bugs?
You'll tie up the Dreadnought.
I'm quite happy here, though. I think yeah, I need to tie up the Dreadnought. I need to tie up the Dreadnought. If it stays there, that means it's further away from my lines.
Never mind.
I don't charge. That's a 3-inch charge. So the only successful charge this turn is a Screamer Killer versus Brutalis Dreadnought. So it's got Scything Talons and extra Scything Talons, so it only hits on 4s these days. Its strength has gone up though, from strength 6 to strength 9.
But then toughness has gone up everywhere too. So.
The toughness of the Dreadnought has gone up to toughness 10, yeah. So 5s to wound. I get 3 wounds through, and I think they're minus 2, 3 damage each time.
Okay, so if I fail all of these, that's a dead Brutalis.
If you could, thanks.
I fail 2.
Oh, 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's 6 damage.
There's on 2 left.
Ooh, I nearly take it out. Nearly's not enough though, because the Brutalis gets a chance to fight back. The Brutalis is hitting back on 4s with his 6 attacks profile because he's injured now, and that is only 1 hit.
Yeah, 3s to wound. That's cocked.
Yes.
3s to wound, and it's twin linked.
Okay.
Wounds. Minus 2.
Top save on a Carnifex.
Yeah.
4. I make this
The
save.
Carnifex wins that engagement.
Somehow, look at well, that happened.
Yeah.
This is the thing that happened this day. Also, what's happened this day is I've cleansed, or rather defiled, this objective down here for 3 CP, and I've also secured No Man's Land for an extra 5 VP. I'm also on 3 out of the 5 objectives on the battle grid. So the Tyranids have some mixed successes here. However, I've lined myself up perfectly for Black Templars countercharges all across the line as we go on to Space Marines turn 2. In the Black Templars command phase, they have declared this Tyrannifex as the Oath of Moment target. You want to wipe out one of them. In the backfield, Grimaldus has a thing, and he's declaring advance and charge.
Yeah, the banner means they can advance to charge.
Okay, good. We also have some battle shock tests to take as well.
Land Raider
Land Raider.
is not battle shocked.
Okay, Brutalis.
Is not battle shocked.
And this unit back here.
They are battle shocked.
They are
Which is a
definitely
shame,
battle
'cause
shocked.
They were the ones that could have got me the objective.
Oh, true, yeah. Running round charge Tyrannifex. So basically, you don't have to fall back, but you can't spend any strats on them, and they have an OC of 1.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Well, I just suddenly, in my head, suddenly went Horus Heresy, because when you fail a leadership test in Horus Heresy, you actually fall back 2d6 inches. And in Heresy,
They're gone.
they're gone.
Luckily, we're not playing that today.
However, at the end of the command phase, you do get 5 points for this objective, 5 points for that objective, meaning it's 18 points to 14 in favour of the Tyranids, but the Black Templars now have some orders. So let's take a look at them. The Tyranids are swarming all over the objectives, so the Black Templars want to secure the no man's land as well, take any 2 objectives in no man's land, and defend their stronghold. They'll score this at the end of my turn, not at their turn, if they still control the objective in their deployment zone. So the Black Templars are 4 points behind. However, at the end of this battle round, they will not be securing no man's land because they're not on those 2 objectives. Instead, they're gonna do a lot of killing. The Land Raider that should definitely be dead
100%.
has moved 12 inches forward and unloaded its deadly payload. I don't expect both of these Tyrannofexes to be here for much longer. I mean, they do reduce all damage by 1, so it might take you a turn or 2 to get through them.
Maybe.
But Grimaldus into one of them,
Helbrecht.
into one of them, and the Captain Lieutenant into the other one of them.
Yeah, Bastilian and Gideon going in there.
Okay. I am going to Overwatch in a bit.
Yeah.
In the movement
To
phase.
shoot the Land Raider.
I want to kill that Land Raider.
Yeah.
I really, really want it dead. Of course, the Gladiator Valiant has moved round as well to provide some supporting fire.
Oath of Moment over here, yeah. So,
Oath of Moment on the same one?
yeah.
Okay, so that's happening here. On this side, Grimaldus got a lovely advance roll, and he's advancing and charging, so those little bugs look like they're in trouble, and the Redemptor Dreadnought is aiming its guns at Big Mama.
Yeah, Kefron's going to shoot here, and if Grimaldus and Co can clear enough, he might be able to long bomb it into these ones. 8-inch charge.
You know what? You might be able to secure no man's land if somehow you get onto this objective
Like
here.
get 8-inch charge into those bugs, yes.
Because you're on this objective over here.
Yeah.
And round this side of the battle grid, you could have fallen back with the Brutalis Dreadnought onto that objective. But 1, you wouldn't have been able to do anything, shoot, charge, anything. And 2, Tyrannofexes have an OC of 5?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And Brutalis have an OC of 4, so there's no point.
So this flank is looking strong for me. The other flank looking strong for the Black Templars. Meanwhile, the Sword Brethren, Crusader
squad, you'll get there.
I'll get there in the end, have hidden behind a ruin.
Because they're battle shocked. If they hadn't been battle shocked, I'd have moved forward because I would have taken the objective.
Yes.
But with them being battle shocked, they're just easy meat at the moment, so I'll move them back. Hopefully
Yes.
they'll rally themselves, and then I can move forward next turn.
Okay. And defending stronghold is in effect. The Infernus camped on your home objective. If you control that at the end of the Tyrannid's turn, that will be 5 points. So the Black Templars are looking to riposte very heavily on this flank. But before we do that, in the movement phase, I'm going to Overwatch the Land Raider. I need 6s to hit with a Rupture Cannon. I don't hit. I've got 2 CP.
You have 1 CP now after Overwatch.
Okay. I don't want to spend that 1 CP because I might need rapid regeneration. However, I have got a Stinger Salvo.
It could do it.
Fear the Stinger Salvo.
Fear
It's got 8 shots.
this thing is salvo.
6s to hit. Okay, the Overwatch completely whiffed. The Tyrannofexes are quaking in their little claws.
They're pretty big claws.
Quaking in their pretty big claws as we go on to the Black Templars shooting phase. We're starting off with the Valiant targeting the Oath of Moment target, the Tyrannofex. I'm not doing any CP on it. Melters hit on 3s, re-rolling.
Love Oath of Moment.
Okay, these were on 5s though. It's a
Yes.
tough old beast.
It is a tough old beast. 1 so far.
Right.
1
Just
so far.
1. AP -4 becomes AP -3 because I'm tucked nicely behind the ruin. So
Yes.
5 up save. I make my 5 up save.
Last Talon.
Yes.
Oath.
One of them hits. Strength 10,
Fives.
toughness 12.
Oath. 1 wound. -3 becomes -2.
That's cocked. And I make that save as well.
Icarus Pod. 3 shots.
Yes.
3s. Oath.
1 hit.
5s. Wounds.
One wound.
-1 becomes your dash. You good?
No damage caused to the Tyrannofexes yet. I
Land
guess
Raider's turn.
you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way in
Yeah.
close combat. Well, the Land Raider's putting everything into it.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, I love it. Let's set it on fire, adding 6 to this dice roll. But it's strength 6 versus toughness 12.
6s. 2 so far with a reroll.
With the Oathie,
Yeah, and he can fully see this.
you can fully see it.
So these are 3 at -2.
Okay.
2 damage, which
So-
becomes 1.
That 2 damage becomes 1 damage.
Yeah.
It's on 15 wounds left, then the assault cannons go brr.
4s. Reroll because of Oath.
Yes. 3 hits. 6s to wound, but they're devastating.
Yes.
I like the fact that you swap the
Yeah,
dice
didn't-
every
didn't
single
help me
time.
there.
Tyrannofex is still on 15 wounds.
Melter.
Okay.
4s. Hits and 8 to wound. 5s. Oath of Moment. 1 wound. -4.
No
-4,
save,
fine,
yeah. 6 up. No.
D6 plus 2 at this range.
Okay.
For 3.
3.
I'm going to command point that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
8.
8, which becomes 7. It's a critical hit. After the tanks poured their fire into the Tranifexes, the infantry also lended a hand, and one of them is on 7 wounds remaining. The other one is fully untouched. So that's all the fire down this central street. One of them softened up perfectly for the charge. Now we're coming across to the Brutalis, locked in combat with the Carnifex, shooting multi-melters at point-blank range.
On 4s.
And one of them hits.
And it's twin link, so it's going to wound on a 4.
Twin linked.
Minus 4.
So I need a 6. I don't get a 6.
D6 plus 2, definitely.
You could one-shot it. And that
cocked or a 3?
It's 5 damage, isn't it?
Okay, cool.
Carnifex is on 3 left. Then there's an Iron Hail stubber slamming into it as well.
6 shots, hitting on 4s.
Because it's rapid firing.
Yeah, 3 hits.
Okay.
And then wounding on 6s. Twin linked.
Okay.
2 minus 1.
2 3-up saves.
Oh, good.
I make the saves. That's the firepower on the left flank. That's the firepower in the centre. Now we're on to Grimaldus and the Redemptor Dreadnought facing Big Mama and the Endless Swarm on the eastern flank. And the Dreadnought is firing everything at the Turvagon.
Overcooking the plasma for that 3 damage.
Okay.
D6 plus 1 for 6.
Overcooking plasma hits on 3s.
Hits
and
5
that
times.
is 5 hits. It will still win on 5s though.
Yeah, this is the hard part. Ooh, 3.
AP minus 4. I need 6s. I don't make any 6s.
3, 6, 9.
9 damage.
Yes.
Um,
Hazardous check.
Hazardous check, don't roll a 1. You
It's
don't
good.
roll a 1. Right, she's got very adaptive biology. On a 5, she'll shrug off these wounds. Drop dice don't count.
Ooh.
Wow, she shrugs off
3
many.
wounds out of 9. Icarus pod for D3 shots.
Okay,
3s and then 5s.
2 hits.
Yep. 1 at minus 1.
3-up save,
2 damage.
2 damage, 2 more shrugs.
Shrug them both.
Wow, she's shrugging quite well, isn't
Flamer for 3.
she? Okay,
6s, yeah. 1 minus 1.
and I make that save. She has a 2-up normally. She's only taken 3 wounds.
Frag Storm for 3 shots. Hits on 3s. Wounds on 6s. 1 wound. AP dash. You're good.
So I shrugged like 6-7 damage there.
I felt well.
Like
I mean, I ignored a lot with the Land Raiders. It seems only fair.
5-up disgustingly resilient saves really kicking in.
Yeah, I have noticed the minute they moved the Feel No Pain to Tyranids, you've switched to Tyranids.
I like Feel No Pain. It's
I know.
completely balanced and not broken
I
mechanic.
very rarely use them.
Are you shooting with the other squad behind?
No, they want to get the charge in.
They want to get the charge in.
Yeah.
So who are they charging? What's charging down here?
He's got an 8-inch charge to get around here. They've got a smaller charge to go there.
Right.
That one.
Okay. So who's charging first?
We'll do the Dreadnought first.
Trying to charge what?
Yeah.
This squad?
Yes.
The further back squad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leapfrog for him.
Okay.
He's not
That's a
in.
failed charge.
So they're going to try this front squad.
Okay.
I don't know what the distance is. That's fine though.
11 is fine.
Yeah.
So with Grimaldus being able to advance and charge, he was back in the corner this turn, and now he's all the way down here. And because you've got an 11-inch charge, you can end up over here and do some string out shenanigans if you want to.
Yes.
But I don't think you're going to be able to outnumber all of these. With Grimaldus, one of the heroes of Hell's Reach, making a charge. Now we have Halbrecht, the other hero, trying to make a charge into Weapon Beast.
I only rolled 1 dice for some reason.
Well, you still
but
make
3
that
was
charge.
enough. I don't quite know what happened then. And then these guys into that.
Okay.
They are also in.
Both of the Tranifexes will be engaged. So at the end of the charge phase, 3 Black Templars units engage the Tyranids. 2 of them are deep inside the Tyranids deployment zone already. We're going to start off with High Marshal Halbrecht, who at the end of the charge phase or start of the fight phase or something does mortal wounds. Basically, don't roll a 1.
Yeah, start of the fight phase.
Okay.
I rolled
That's a
4.
four. What
Flat 3.
Flat 3 damage. The
Yeah.
Tyranofex is on 13 wounds remaining. It doesn't do -1 to that because it's a special rule.
Yeah.
It's not damage inflicted by a
It's
weapon.
not a characteristic of a weapon, yeah.
So we're going to start with Halbrecht and the Sword Brethren.
Yes. So they're choosing their +1 damage, but we're going to start with Halbrecht.
What do you mean choosing +1 damage?
So Sword Brethren can either choose +1 damage or +1 attack.
Can they?
Yes. So
Nice.
damage.
Okay.
Because the hammer will be 3 then. This is the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but plus I reduce all damage by 1. Don't you just want like more hits?
You know what? Hashtag listen to win. I'm going to go. I'll try it. And if it goes wrong, I'll blame you.
Don't
so,
listen. Okay.
6 attacks with Helbrecht.
Okay.
Who doesn't matter.
Okay.
So he hits on 2s, 5s and 6s explode, and he's strength 9 now because of his own.
Is he?
Yes. So 2s, there are no 5. Was 2 5s.
So they're exploding.
Brings 2 back in.
Right.
And he will wound on 5s.
Yes.
Which is 3 at -3.
-3?
Yes. He's the High Marshal.
5 up saves. I
3
make
becomes
2 of them.
Yeah.
So you know the sustained hits thing that Halbrecht does? Does that that goes to his unit as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the unit he's leading.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got extra attacks because that's what the Sword Brethren are doing.
I'm thinking about it again because he has a Master Crafted power weapon that's 2 damage,
Right.
and he has a Thunder Hammer that's 2 damage. They'll both become 3 damage.
They would, yeah.
So I'm gonna stick by my guns and do the extra damage.
Hashtag don't listen
Despite
to
what it
winners.
says, yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the Thunder Hammer. 3 attacks.
Right.
He hits on 4s.
Okay.
He doesn't hit,
Brilliant.
so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
No.
And
Okay.
then the Master Crafted power weapon
Okay.
hits on 2s because he's a Castellan, and he explodes 3 times.
Wow.
This is why we do this.
So it's 4 attacks and he gets 7 hits.
Oops. Yeah.
What's his strength though?
5. This is the hard part.
6 is to
6
wound.
is to wound, yeah. He wounds twice
Okay.
at -2, 3 damage.
4 up saves. 3
Becomes
damage
2
becomes
damage.
2 damage. The
Yep.
Tyrannifex is down to 9 remaining.
The other 3 lads, 12
Yeah.
attacks, 3s, and then lots of explosions. 6s
6 is
for, ooh,
5. 4 up saves. Each of these doing 2, which becomes 1 damage. That's 4 wounds. Tyrannifex number 1 is on 5 wounds remaining. Tied up, but not out of the fight yet. Now we come on to the Captain-Lieutenant combo. First up, Sultan's spending a free CP, because there's a captain in there for Crusader's Wrath, which increases all of their AP by 1.
yes.
And then Bladeguard can reroll hit rolls of 1 or reroll saves of 1.
They can do both, but you
Right.
have to choose one. So they're doing the reroll hit rolls of 1.
Reroll hit rolls of 1.
5s and 6s
Yes.
explode in this squad because of the Sigismund seal on the captain.
Yes.
So they're going to get sustained hits from those. Because of the lieutenant, they will also auto-wound.
Uh,
The extra hits that come through won't auto-wound. I'll have to roll them, but I'm hoping to just get through this one and move this way.
right. So the Bladeguard are hitting on 3s.
Yeah, and we've just realised, remembered Oath of Moment, so I don't need the reroll 1s to hit.
Oh, yeah.
I'll use it for save instead in case you live.
In case I live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're hitting on 3s, rerolling everything.
Okay.
5s and 6s, wound and explode.
So 3s to hit. Yeah, 5s or 6s, lethal hits and sustained hits. 6 auto wounds so far, plus explosions. And then these are 6s to wound. And then you can re-roll all of these as well.
Yeah.
Oath of Moment and overlapping buffs coming in clutch here. And these will all be AP -3.
Yes.
It's got 7 wounds. It needs to make 8 5 up saves. It's got 1 wound remaining, and the captain and lieutenant haven't even struck yet. Here's the lieutenant with his 5 attacks.
2s.
2s?
He's a lieutenant.
Yeah.
No explosions though.
No explosions.
And then he wound on 6s. There's 2.
Re-rolling.
There's 2, -3 again.
Dead Tyrannifex. Deadly Demise.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
not very deadly.
We're good.
You just cut its arms and legs and head off, and it flaps on the ground like a landed fish. So the charge up the gut has destroyed one of the big weapon beasts. Why have you got a massive statue on the back of your Land Raider?
Because everything's holy, right? It's a cathedral on wheels.
Because
on
you're,
tracks.
because you're Black Templars.
Yes.
So why not have a massive statue on the back of your
If you ask why anything has wings and or has statues or skulls or chains, it's because Black Templars.
I like it. So Grimaldus' squad now on the eastern flank are attacking the little squad of Termagants.
Yes.
And so I'm going to be annoying and spend my last CP on rapid regeneration for a 5 up feel no pain.
Yeah.
I want you tied up for a bit.
Yeah, worthwhile, to be honest.
Yeah.
Grimaldus is going to go first.
Okay.
So whenever he leads a unit,
Yes.
they can re-roll hits.
They're re-rolling all their hits.
Yes. It's the old litany of hate. So, he hits. This is Grimaldus. He
Yes.
hits on 2s.
Okay.
Re-rolls,
Re-rolling.
And then those are 3 explosions.
Okay.
This is sustained hits.
He's very angry.
He's Grimaldus.
What's his strength?
6, so it's 2s to kill.
Okay. That was AP -2 damage.
Yes.
But I have feel no pains. So I need to make some 5s and 6s. And then these ones, because it's 2 damage, I need to make them again.
Yeah.
He kills 6, 7. He kills 7. Now it's hammer time.
Yeah, so I gave everyone extra attacks, don't know if I said. So he hits on 4s.
Okay.
2 explosions.
Okay.
And then he'll kill on 2s.
Okay.
But 6s are devastating. So it's devastating.
I did my feel no pains off camera. It didn't help me. 5 more are dead. Here's the what now?
The Mastercrafted power weapon.
Okay.
So this hits on 2s.
Okay.
6s explode.
Well,
He'll wound on 3s though.
3s to wound.
Yes.
You've got 6 more to get through.
These are -2 damage as well.
Okay. So I've got to make all my feel no pains. Here's 5s and 6s.
Ooh.
And another 5 and 6. You kill the squad.
The 3 guys have got to fight winners.
You don't have to fight those 3 more. You killed the squad.
To be fair, this is the equivalent of First Company.
Is it?
Yeah, they're sword brethren.
Well,
They're the elite of the elite.
and my Turgons are the equivalent of
Babies.
babies.
Whee!
I think they're the equivalent of very angry honey badgers. You're consolidating.
Onto the objective.
Are you tagging up the other unit as
yeah,
well?
they can hit back if they like.
Okay, I'll hit back. Right, so piling in occurred. You've got OC of 1 all across the Black Templars.
So you've still got that.
I've still got this objective, but the honey badgers now fight back. Lethal hits that she gives out only happens in ranged shooting. So I need 4s to hit. And I was about to say that 6s are still sustained, but I don't get any
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. One of them runs up a trouser leg. Will a Space Marine be able to shake it off?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
And then he stops it.
So there, he can stomp on it next turn.
Okay.
He's right now. He's shaking it off and shaking it
When
off.
can I next stomp on things?
In a minute.
Okay.
Talking about stomping on things, Tyrannofex versus Grimaldus.
You probably should start here, right?
I should have.
fight first.
I should have done there rather than
Just
over
don't
there.
worry
with
about
the,
that. Yeah, just start here. You start here. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. 8 attacks with Carnivex versus Brutalis.
I'm scared.
Round 2. Yeah, I would have definitely done this before I went over there.
Yeah. Got excited.
Well, the camera was over there, so I was in camera world.
4s.
2 hits.
5s.
That's not very good, is it?
Well, you only need 1 to get through. Okay.
How about 0? 0 got through and 0 CP
You
to
ready to
spend.
get clapped back? I don't like the way I said that. I don't like the way I said that.
It was funny though.
Let's forget it. We're going to hit on 3s.
4s, you're injured.
We're going to hit on 4s. And that explodes. So I've got 3 hits.
Okay. Wounding on 3s.
3s twin linked.
2 wounds.
-2.
Okay, so 4 up saves.
Yes, mate.
50-50 chance.
Good luck. You're dead.
He's dead. And I don't think he has Deadly Demise. So I'll roll a dice just to see.
You've deadly demise 1.
Well, he rolled a 4, so no Deadly Demise. You take down the Screamer Killer. No, not that's what it was. They're Carnifexes now. Now we're going to come across here to the Tyrannofex stomping on Grimaldus. On 5 wounds remaining, the Tyrannofex is nerfed, so its powerful limbs hit on 4s.
Doesn't matter. Sustained hits.
Sustained hits. Those are 6 hits. It's strength 8. I'm
3s.
stamping away 3s.
2s.
Yeah. But it is AP dash. That's the thing. And I roll 4 ones. 2 3-up saves.
It's like my Valiant shooting. We're good.
I don't stomp on any, and that is the end of all the combats at the end of turn 2. At the end of Black Templars turn 2, they haven't scored any objectives, any of the secondary objectives, so they are defending their stronghold in the back corner. And what they've done down over on this flank is push the Tyranids right back into oblivion. Big Mama's not engaged in close combat right now, and she can spawn some little bugs into that unit. But up the gut, Grimaldus, the captain, the lieutenant, Helbrecht, the Land Raider, the Gladiator, they're all doing some serious work. On this flank, things are looking a bit more resilient for the Tyranids as we go on to Tyranids. Turn 3. So it's 18 points to 14 for the Tyranids. I've got some battle shock to take, and I did remember to stay within 6 inches this time round. So the Tyrannofex, I think it's 7 or 8, will pass. So I pass my battle shock test. I also pick up 10 points on the primaries. 15 over that side. I pick up 15 over that side. Brilliant. Loads of points on the primaries. Now let's find out what the will of the hive mind is. Having met the charge of the Black Templars, the Tyranids want to spread out and secure this battle grid. Extend battle lines, control my home objective and one in no man's land. I'm already doing that. And investigate signals. Do actions in the corner of the battle grid. Whittle in the corner of the battle grid. I could do some of them as well. Okay, adding on the primaries, it's 33 points to 14 for the Tyranids, and dare I say it, I don't want to count my spores before they hatch, but this flank is looking quite strong for the Tyranids. The Tyrannofexes move forward, so it's still controlling that objective and it's in the ruin. And the idea is to shoot at the Marines behind the ruin, because you can shoot through ruins if you're in them. So that's happening over there. And down in this corner, this unit of warriors are investigating this corner. They're spraying, they're scenting. That's a thing. It meant that I had to move the second unit of warriors back to still control that objective, though. So there's some points. And I'm currently extending my battle lines, because that's my home objective, and that's one over there. So even more points. The Brutalis is on a couple of wounds left. I've got a couple of things that can shoot at it. The unit of warriors and the Exocrine here. Hopefully a dead Brutalis and secure this flank. Now, I needed to drop my Morlock in. And I had plans, I had ideas about charging your defend stronghold objective. But you see, the problem with that is I might not make the charge and your OC is still high, and tanks will light up the Morlock and absolutely destroy it. So it didn't seem like a good,
I hope so.
good thing to do. Instead, I decided to pop my Morlock up in this corner of the battle grid.
The corner.
So he's investigating the corner.
Very clever.
He'll also do some mortal wounds when he comes piling up. And the other thing is, look, if you want to come running into this corner of the battle grid to deal with a Morlock, I'm okay with that. And if you don't come running into this corner to deal with a Morlock, then there's a Morlock which moves 10. It's a quick little worm.
Like a snake.
That'll come up behind you and start doing some problems, doing some damage. So it's going to start. It's a thing that you need to deal with still. Another big bug over here.
Understood.
What else is happening over here is I fell back with a little squad of termagants because we found out what these guys can do. So I'm still controlling that objective.
I'm allowing you to fall back. I don't
What
know
do
if
you
it's a
mean?
good idea. Well, I have a 1 CP on a 3 up because of my vow. You can't fall back.
Right.
Or if you do fall back, you have to take a desperate escape.
But you've only got 1 CP.
Yeah, and you just take the desperate escape.
And the reason why you've only got 1 CP is because you held on to both of your objectives, your secondaries.
Yeah.
Secure No Man's Land and defend
I've
Stronghold.
got 2 opportunities to secure No Man's Land. This is looking more likely.
Okay.
Yes.
So I fell back, still on that one. Going to do some mortal wounds, give you a problem over here, and Big Mama go charging Redemptor because Redemptor shot at her and she's very, very angry.
Valid, yeah.
Right, when the Morlock pops up, all enemy units within 12 inches could take mortal wounds, so long as I don't roll a 1. So Grimaldus' unit, that's a 2. That means they take D3 mortal wounds for 1 mortal wound. And then over here, your Captain Lieutenant squad,
They're within 12.
don't roll a 1. Yeah, I was very clever. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
So the Morlock comes bursting up and
Can
it's
he
not...
jump back underground later?
No, Ravenous can go back underground.
Oh.
This thing can't go back underground. He's here now. One of the Sword Brothers is on 2 wounds remaining. The Tyrannofex is going to do a Stinger Salvo flyby as she heads towards the Redemptor Dreadnought. She hits that on 3s. No sustained hits. And wounds the Sword Brethren on 3s. I do wound 4 times, however. So 4. 3-up saves.
Fail 2.
She kills 1. Okay, so her flyby Stinger Salvo into the unit actually worked, killing one of them. The charge against the Redemptor, not so confident over, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Right, your Land Raider. We're going for round 3.
Yeah.
Monsters and vehicles can shoot in and out of combat.
That
They
looks
can
like
shoot
it,
shoot
yeah.
at stuff that they're engagement range with, or they can shoot out. So I'm going to shoot the Land Raider with the big rupture cannon.
Yes.
Words are hard. And the Stinger Salvos are going to go into High Marshal Halbrecht's unit. But Stinger Salvos will hit on 4s.
Couple explosions.
Look at those sustained hits.
Yeah.
Need 3s to wound, however, at AP dash, and that is 8 wounds.
3-ups. You kill 1 and injure 1.
Didn't expect that to happen. I hope the Tyrannofex hasn't spent all of its luck taking out one of them, because the Rupture Cannon is going to hit the Land Raider on 3s.
So, -1 to hit out of combat.
Yeah.
-1 to hit because of your thing.
Yeah.
And then +1 again.
Yeah.
So it would be 3s base,
Yeah.
+1 to hit because of heavy,
Yeah.
2s,
Yeah.
back to 3s because of thing, then to 4s.
Then to 4s.
So technically, is that 4s?
It is
right?
a 4.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
Because you can't go up or down minus more.
Simplified, not simple.
Yeah. It's 4s to hit Land Raider. I hit it once.
Ugh.
I need a 3 to wound it.
You do. Then I have a 6-up save.
I wound it.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Doesn't
Deadly
glow.
demise.
No.
It took me 3 turns, but the Land Raider is gone because it's nasty. Its shots are nasty, and a unit could get back in it, and it could move off, and...
It delivered its boys. It's happy.
It did. Okay, so threat number 3 that I really must deal with is Brutalis Dreadnought. Let's fire the Exocrine at it one more time. Start with the Exocrine this time, I remembered.
I'm going to use Armour of Contempt.
So 5 shots, 2s to hit. 5s to wound.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Ooh.
And with Armour of Contempt, I'm thinking about spending a command point because it's so nasty. I'm going to spend a command point. It doesn't help me. You spent Armour of Contempt on it anyway. Okay, well, at least to hit it. So the shots from the Warriors
We'll reroll
ones.
4s.
There's a couple of 1s. And these need 5s to wound it. Okay. 1 wound.
Yeah.
2 up save because of Armour of Contempt.
No!
It's on 1 wound.
Oh, okay. It was
on
more
one-
damage than that.
No, it was on 2 wounds. It's down to 1 wound. Okay, so Stinger Salvo from Tyrannofex is going to go into it.
Not allowed.
And then the acid spray is going to come this way, okay?
Okay.
Because it's on 1 wound left. I got this. I don't got this. Only 2 hit.
6s.
No wounds. Right.
Crap.
Acid spray into Sword Brethren Squad. D6.
Crusader Squad. 7 shots.
With wound on 3s. Now, you are obscured by the ruin, so the -2 becomes -1. So 4 up
I
saves.
failed all these squads gone. I failed 2 of them. 2 die. It's the Sword Brother who is in this Crusader Squad, and 1 guy with a Power Fist left.
A Power Fist, huh?
Uh-huh.
That is my shooting phase. We're going to now charge. Tyrannofex doesn't want to charge off of there. I could charge Brutalis, but then I get off that objective. And if you come charging into me, I could overwatch you. I got a CP, so I'm not going to charge. The only charging happening, actually, because this one is investigating the signals over here, is, yeah, Tervagon, Big Mama versus Redemptor Dreadnought.
It's like a 5.
She makes the charge. Right, she has massive Scything Talon, strike attack or sweep attack. We're obviously doing the strike attack because you're big and chonky and we hit on 3s.
Nice.
And everything hit. At strength 9, however, need 5s to wound. She doesn't wound. Oh dear. The Redemptor gets to fight back. Before we do, sorry. Helbrecht versus Tyrannofex. At the start of the fight phase,
Yeah.
don't roll a 1.
I rolled
That's
2.
not a 1.
It's D3.
D3 mortal wounds to the T-Fex.
For 2.
It's on 3 wounds remaining. Halbrecht raises the sword of the High Marshal in a 2-handed strike and fights back.
2s.
And wounds on 5s. At AP -3. And that is 3 wounds. There's a 6 back there. 3, 5 up saves.
3 damage becomes 2.
It's on,
Wound left.
it's on 1 wound. It's still alive. Thunderhammer to the face, using extra attacks here with the thing.
4s, 3 explosions.
Okay.
This is 1 man hitting 7 times with a Thunderhammer.
He landed a critical blow, but can it break through the steel hide of the weapon beast?
5s, but that's devastating.
It can.
Yeah.
It can definitely go through. And on a 6, no 6s. It would have lashed out, but I guess its brain has just been reduced to pulp. Now both of the Tyrannofex have been dealt with. The last big beastie on the table is my Trigon. And, Tervagon. And the Redemptor wants to make short work of it.
Hitting on 3s. We've got 2 explosions.
Okay.
Which is good because they missed. So we hit them out times.
Strength
12.
Toughness 11. It's
3s,
not as
yeah.
tough as the weapon beasts.
Everything wounds.
She still has 2 up saves though, so
Yep.
-2, 4 up saves.
Yep.
And
Nice.
it's 3 damage a time.
Then you have 4 up shrug now because it's a new phase, right?
It's a new at the start of the turn because she's taken a wound, 4 up save. And she takes 2 more wounds. She's not dead. She's not out of the fight yet. There's no more combats. And that is the end of Tyranids. Turn 3. Let's rack up some points. First up with the Redemptor engaged and Grimaldus running down this flank and High Marshal Helbrecht and the Captain Lieutenant charging down this flank. The Black Templars pick up 5 points for defending this stronghold. Meanwhile, the Brutalis on 1 wound left continues to stagger through the ruined city streets. However, the Tyranids have extended their battle lines and are investigating signals or laying down spores all over the place, which rockets them into the lead at 42 points to 17 as we go on to Black Templars, turn 3. So, Sultan's thinking about Oath of Moment, and you've got some difficult decisions to make.
Yeah, because I've got this, and if I kill her, I've got Secure No Man's Land.
Yes.
And also killed a big bug, which is the main reason. But you're going to flame me on 1 wound.
I'm definitely going to overwatch you.
Yeah.
As soon as you come running around the corner.
Yeah, but there's 2 lads here who can't take it off you because you've got an AC of 5.
Yeah.
But because she's in the ruin, I can shoot at her. I'm seeing if there's any way I can get a Valiant over.
Probably not.
Probably not.
You could Oath of Moment something down here, like
I'm
Big Mama or
I'm thinking Big Mama because every time if she doesn't die, every time I hurt those bugs, if I don't utterly wipe them, she's going to bring them back.
She is. She's going to keep spawning them in. I made sure she's within 6 inches. You've got some Battle Shock tests. Should we start with a Battle Shock, see what happens? I mean, this guy, he needs a 6.
He's Battle Shocked.
Okay. The unit behind the ruin
are not Battle Shocked.
Are not Battle Shocked. You do get 5-10 points for these 2 here. I'll let you, I mean, you're supposed to do Oath of Moment first, but I'll let you think about it. At least that gets the points up to 42 to 27.
Battle Shock. Battle Shock's always first, right?
You do command phase actions first. So Oath of Moment first, because you could oath something.
I'm oathing that.
You're oathing the Tervagon.
Because this is a chance to kill versus almost a certainty to kill.
Well, she's got 4 I feel no pain.
She's dead.
What do you mean she's dead?
Grimaldus is going to go deal with it.
Grimaldus?
Yeah, we've got lots of people coming around this corner now.
Okay. So 42 to 27 for the Tyranids. You kept the same order as well. You had defend your stronghold. Now you want to capture my outpost and secure No Man's Land. In the Black Templars movement phase, the Brutalis steps very carefully down the street so it can get shots in at the Exocrine and charge the warriors. And I say very carefully, not going too far forward because I could potentially overwatch it in the movement phase. But getting down and looking at line of sight and things, I can't see it on the other side of that ruin. Joining in this fun fight down in this corner is High Marshal Halbrecht. I think that's a long bomb charge into the warriors.
It's not actually that far. I think it's like a 7 or 8.
Is it?
It's not crazy.
Okay, so he might come joining in as well. Down here, the unit of 2 Sword Brothers are running away.
Crusader Squad.
Tactically repositioning along the backfield.
They've advanced.
And yeah, advancing down there. The Valiant. Now, this is one of the interesting things about 10th edition. You can fire into combat.
Yes.
If an enemy unit is in engagement range of another enemy unit and that unit is a monster or vehicle. So even though that Big Mama and the Redemptor are toe-to-toe fighting each other, you can shoot it. And the other thing is, you can't fire blast you can't fire blast weapons such as the big plasma into engagement range. But vehicles can shoot out of combat.
With -1, yeah.
So you can blast
bugs
down into the little squad of bugs down there. And Grimaldus doesn't know whether to go right or left. He'll see what happens in the shooting phase, what gets taken out. And behind Grimaldus, down in this corner, is the Captain-Lieutenant combo as well. Because you need
5 up, feel no pain.
5 up, feel no pain on them.
We've seen that. Extra AP. Let's just go with that.
Extra AP?
Yeah.
That happens in the command phase, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You need to secure No Man's Land, though. You definitely need this objective here.
This one's the big one.
Because you're on that objective there. And
which is why there's a 6-inch charge lined up over here.
Okay. And you're not scoring the one on the other side. So this, down there, this needs to work. So let's go on to the shooting phase. Starting with a Valiant, shooting everything at Big Mama.
Yes.
-1 to hit, though.
Yep. So 4s with full rerolls because of Oath of Moment.
Yep. These are all the melters. 3 of them slam home. Strength 9, toughness 11.
5s.
Oath of Moment. Not obscured by the ruin. I need 2 6s. I don't make either of the 6s. 2d6 damage.
For 7.
7. 4+ feel no pains with adaptive biology. She takes 4 wounds. 3 wounds. Now let's see if the Las Talons can slam home.
They can hit.
Oh, yes, they do.
And they can wound on strength 10 to 11. 5s again.
Oath
New dice.
of Moment.
Works.
Oath
-3.
2 5-up saves.
Nice.
And make the saves. Then the Icarus pod came in as well, tickling 1 more wound off the Tervagon. Now we're on to the Redemptor. The blast is going to be firing out because that unit isn't in engagement range. And Materva Gantz, everything else coming into Big Mama.
Yep.
The blast
This is okay. Yeah.
D6 plus 5 to this because blast is a thing. Killing on 2s.
That's cocked. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, yes.
Everything hits, and then killing on 2s.
6 of them are dead. The Fragstorm has to go in to them as well because it's
D6
blast.
Plus 5 for 6.
Okay. 4s to hit, and that is
3's to wound. No AP though.
no AP. Drop those don't count. Another one dies. Then the Flamer lit up the Turbogon into Big Mama. She's on fire. She needs to make 3 up saves, and the feeling of the pain. She's okay. She loves fire.
The Icarus Pod is the final thing. D3 shots for 1. Hits on a 4. That's cocked.
Hits.
4. And then wounds on a 5. Doesn't wound. Oath of Moment. Wounds. -1.
And make the save.
Good.
After the Redemptor took the Turbogon down to 7 wounds remaining, then we did all the small arms fire, raining into the Turvagants, and they have been cut in half. That's the Firestorm down on this flank. Now we're moving all the way across to the Brutalis Dreadnought, firing multi-melters at my Exocrine, hitting on 4s because he's injured.
Hits once.
One of them hits.
Wounds on a 5, right?
Yes.
Twin linked. Doesn't wound.
So the multi-metals failed to wound. Then we did the other shots. No wounds caused. And the Hellwreck firing small arms into the Exocrine as well. No wounds caused on this flank. So now we charge. Brutalis wants to engage the warriors.
He's in.
Oh yes. And Halbrecht needs an 8.
He does.
Charging through the
I have a
ruin.
command point. I want the movement. He got it.
He gets in anyway. Crash, Halbrecht and the Brutalis are going to murder those warriors. Coming across here, Captain Lieutenant, do you want to charge Morlock or do you want to charge Turvagans camping on objective?
For the audience, because obviously I know. How does multi-charging work in this edition?
How does multi-charging
You have
work?
to be able to reach both still.
Yeah, but you don't need to declare anymore. You can just declare 1, and when you pile in, you can tag whatever you want the closest and hit the thing that you didn't declare a charge against anyway.
Okay.
So you can declare the Morlock and end up here, and then when you pile in, you must pile into the closest model, and then you can attack a non-declared unit if you want to.
Well, let's be cheeky gamey and do that. We're just going to swipe at everything.
Declare the Morlock. Okay.
So the narrative reason here is we want to kill absolutely everything.
I like it.
We're going to declare the Morlock and hopefully roll a 12.
Suffer the Xenos not to live.
It's good we did that because I would not have made the Termagants.
Okay. So 6 puts you there, which means you can't pile into the Turvagants anyway.
Yeah.
So Grimaldus has a decision because you need to secure no man's land, but you could go charging after Turvagon.
You could do a multi-charge.
You could do a multi-charge.
Yeah.
You could do the multi-charge.
Because you might feel battle shock. I don't know.
I could.
We're going to do a multi-charge because it's like an inch either way.
Okay.
And just see where everyone ends up. So we'll do a little charge. It's
So
3. That's
3
fine.
inches. Okay. And then after the charge phase, it looks like this. Multi-charge declared by Grimaldus.
Servitors coming in clutch, keeping us in coherency.
I like it. Where are we starting?
We might as well start here.
Okay.
So we'll do Grimaldus and Sword Brother fighting them. They've gone for extra attacks this time.
It was the extra attacks, yeah.
Wait.
So,
No, extra damage because you have a 4 fear no pain, so I need to get as much through as I can.
okay, when did they declare that?
Start the 5 phase.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Extra
now.
damage.
Extra damage, yeah.
Extra damage, right. So we've got these fighting Turvagants.
Yes. So we have a normal guy with a power weapon fighting first.
Okay.
And then we'll do the other 3 fighting her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a CP. I'm going to feel no pain then.
Yeah.
Because you've got an OC of 1. And if I stop you controlling this objective,
This is potentially big, yeah.
it's big.
Okay, so hitting on 3s because he's a regular Sword Brother.
Sword Brother.
Those don't explode, but he rerolls all hits because of Grimaldus.
Okay.
So they all hit.
They all hit.
He will kill on 3s.
It's 3 wounds. AP.
-2.
And how much damage is that?
2 damage now.
So feeling of the pains. Okay, you kill 3 of them.
Yeah.
Then Grimaldus is there. He has 5 attacks and he hits on 2s. Re-rolling.
And then killing normally on 2s.
Okay.
No rerolls though.
Only 3.
3 at -2, 2 damage.
Okay, so feeling of the pains, then feeling of the pains.
Kills
He
3.
wipes out 3 more. I can't take that one away.
There's 1 Cenobite who can fight as well.
1, 2, 3. Cenobite Servitor
1 attack, hits on a 4, rerolls everything.
because of Grimaldus.
Hits, and then will wound on a strength 3, so 4. Doesn't wound.
Okay.
There we go. Now we go over here.
I think I still got that objective.
Yeah, I think you do.
Unless you kill the Turbogon and get to pile in back that way.
Maybe we can do something fun, because they have an OC as well.
Do they?
Yes.
Brilliant. So, we've now got Hammer Guy and two other guys.
So, Hammer Guy, Mastercrafted Power Weapon Guy, normal Power Weapon Guy.
Okay,
So,
right.
Hammer Guy hits on 4s, rerolling everything. That's an explosion. 3 hits.
Winning on 5s, re-rolling everything because of Oath of Moment.
They're devastating wounds.
Are they?
At 3 damage each.
Nasty. 9 4 up, feel no pains. I got this.
You've done it once.
Yeah. She only takes 3 wounds.
That's the exact same thing as you did last time.
Next, the Mastercrafted Power Weapon, which is 3 damage.
2s. And then 6s.
Re-rolling everything.
Rerolling everything.
1 comes through at -2. I fail the save. It's 3 damage. She's on 3 wounds remaining. What's the last one got?
He's got a normal power weapon.
Okay,
He hits on 3s.
Re-rolling.
I need those 6s if I can.
No 6s.
He's not going to do it.
6s to wound.
Re-rolling because of Oath. Oh, he wounds.
One
-2,
wound.
2 damage.
I make the save. Okay, so that's this fight done. Grimaldus not only doesn't manage to clear through the unit of little bugs, but also doesn't manage to take out the Turbogon. Being a bit greedy there, going after both of the targets.
There's a Dreadnought to fight.
The Dreadnought should be able to do it. Talking about being greedy, the captain, the lieutenant, who have already taken down a weapon beast, want to go after their next trophy kill and tear down this Morlock. Brother Captain Bastilian, you're telling me some things are about to happen.
Some things are about to happen. So he's going to do his free CP again to get extra AP.
I like it.
Because it's cool. He has a Mastercrafted Power Weapon.
Yes.
He has 6 attacks with that. He gets an extra 1 because of his enhancement.
Right.
5 to 6s still explode and they'll auto wound. He's doing his once per game, finest hour. 3 extra attacks and he gets devastating wounds.
10 attacks.
Yeah.
I love it. Hitting on 2s, 5s and 6s explode and wound.
Yes.
Lethal hits and sustained hits and...
So he misses... Oh, he is on 2, sorry.
Okay.
Misses a couple, but then he gets 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
5 extra hits and then 5 auto wounds. He now needs to wound on 6s, but they're devastating.
Yeah.
So he gets 2 damage
devastating wounds. So no save against that.
No.
At AP -3, I need 6 up saves. So that is 8 damage.
Yeah, and then the devastating wounds,
which is 10 damage.
Yes.
Morlocks have 10 wounds.
God.
He kills it
Bastilian.
in 1 before he gets to do anything else. Oh no, sorry, looking over my shoulder, 14 wounds.
Oh, damn.
He's got four left.
Fine, the lieutenant.
I thought he was gonna. Sorry.
I thought that was like a hero moment.
So did I.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong data sheet.
Toughness, weren't you?
Yes.
Lieutenant Gideon.
He's going to steal the glory. Come on,
2s.
Gideon.
3 explosions.
And lethal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So they auto wound.
Okay.
And then explode. 6s.
6s. Wow. Gideon gets through 5 wounds. What has he got?
-3, 2 damage.
6s. It's dead now. It's dead.
They are a tag team.
Yeah.
It's like WWE, they're mates.
The captain cut his tail off and it fell over, and then Gideon rammed a sword through its head and it lashes out. It doesn't lash out because it's got a sword through its head. No deadly demise. That's the end of the combats here. Unfortunately, can't consolidate enough to get into combat to tag the Tervagants. Now we're coming over here where High Marshal Helbrecht and the Dreadnought are charging just 3 warriors. What now?
So Helbrecht has his mortal wounds at the start of the fight phase.
Yes.
Because the Brutalis charged, it does the exact same thing.
Okay.
So I might as well roll both at the same time.
Right.
So as long as I don't roll 1s. So I rolled a 1. I'm going to say that was Helbrecht this time. He's letting the Dreadnought do something.
Okay.
For D3 mortal wounds. For 3.
Dead warrior.
Dead warrior.
Basically, you run over 1 warrior as he goes charging in, stomps it into dust. And we're going with the Brutalis because he's angry on 1 wound remaining.
4s.
He wants to finish the fight. There's an exploding. He will murder these on 2s. No save. 3 damage. He would have murdered 5. Well, including the one that he run over, 6. And there's only 3 in that squad. And all of a sudden, I've got a High Marshal and a very angry Dreadnought charging down towards my lines. And on this flank, which I said was looking strong, isn't looking that strong anymore.
Can't stand up to Kyphon.
But I've got Big Mama. She can fight back. I'm going to hit the Redemptor one more time. Hopefully bracket it. That's the plan. 3s to hit. Only hit twice. 5s to wound. I do wound this time though. -2.
4 up.
No. D6 damage.
D6 -1.
1 damage.
Yeah.
Becomes 1 damage. Let's command point that. Why the hell not? Okay. That becomes 2 damage because Redemptors reduce all damage by 1. Angering the Redemptor, who strikes back with 5 attacks on 3s and hits 3 times, but 1 explodes and wounds on 3s. 4 wounds so far, but then we remembered Oath of Moment. 2 of those hits missed, so they get to hit again. 3s to wound with the re-roll.
No, there's no
Oath of Moment.
Oh yeah, there's Oath of Moment.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
7 wounds.
-2.
7. 4 up saves. How many has she got left?
3.
Really?
Really?
So that is 9 damage.
Don't you dare roll. 9 4s again.
9 4s coming up.
Probably.
Would you believe it? She's on 1 wound remaining, locking up the Redemptor Dreadnought. And that combat, for somehow, some way, is ongoing. Right, Sultan. I've got an OC of 2 with the little bugs. Yeah. So you don't secure no man's land.
Well, unless you fail Battle Shock, I guess. But it's the end of my turn.
At the end of your
so
turn,
yeah.
you don't... Yeah. And also, you haven't caught the enemy outpost yet. But you've got loads of bad guys, or good guys, running down towards my table quarter. You're still camping on your objective. The Valiant is basically, models-wise, army power-wise, you're definitely in the ascendancy here.
Yes.
But the Tyranids are winning the points war for now, as we go to Tyranids. Turn 4. Okay, Battle Shock. They're leadership 8. They're in range of her. And I pass, which is good because they're not battle shocked, so we still score that objective. She's leadership 7, and she passes as well. Also in the command phase, she puts D3 plus 3 models back into the Tervagan squad for 6. In addition, I pick up 5, 10, 15 points on the primary, making it 57 to 17 for the Tyranids, and I need to bring it down. Kill the Dreadnought or a vehicle or something big and chonky, and no prisoners. Just kill anything. The Tyranid swarm is many points in the lead, but I'm not going to have very much left after Sultan and the Black Templars kill everything down this side with Grimaldus and the Dreadnought and the Captain and the Lieutenant. In fact, this is all that I should have left. So winning the battle but losing the war, perhaps. I need to kill as much as possible. There's a Dreadnought on 1 wound. Put some shots into him. And then hold on to my big boy pants. Waiting for High Marshal Halbrecht to come charging through and slaughter everything. If I kill it, I get points for no prisoners. And if I kill this unit over here, I get points for no prisoners. And I want to keep stopping Sultan from scoring. So I'd really like to fall back from this objective here, but there's the thing that you didn't do last time that you want to do this time.
Yeah, basically on a 3 up you can't fall back.
Okay.
You can't fall back.
Damn it. Because... well, at the moment, I'm still stopping you scoring that objective.
Yeah, until the Blade Guard gets stuck.
Until the Blade Guard gets stuck in there. Yeah. Yes. You did ditch both of those orders, didn't you? Secure no man's land and...
Maybe I should have kept no man's land. I don't know, but I've kept it twice now, and it's not. Well, I kept it once, and it's not done anything for me.
Okay.
I'm just surprised that Grimaldus only had an OC of 1 when he's Grimaldus. So
yeah, I think they're too angry. It's a bit like certain angry boy units that go charging off and doing all their things. He's too angry to hold on to objectives.
Too angry. Plus, this thing should have died 3 turns ago.
The Tervagon?
Yeah.
She's fine.
The amount of 4
adaptive biology. Shall we start here? I'll fire her Stinger Salvos into close combat and do loads of damage. A few moments later. No damage caused. Okay, Exocrine, 3rd time. It's turn 4, right? So this is its 4th attempt at taking down a Brutalis Dreadnought.
It's Brother Kaifon. So I'm going to spend a CP on my Monarch attempt again.
But it's only got 1 wound left.
It's Kaifon.
Okay, D6 plus 3 shots.
He's my guy.
Well, Kaifon is going to be hit by a Typhon.
What?
A Typhoon.
Torrent.
I hit on 2s, it stayed still.
Yeah.
5s to wound.
the hard part.
You know what? It suddenly occurred to me that perhaps I should be shooting at Grimaldus' unit because this is
Helbrecht's
unit. Because this is a 3 damage weapon.
Shoot them if you want.
No.
You've already hit. I'm happy to
No.
targets.
I mean, it would have been a better target, but I really want to kill that. I want to kill it.
Okay.
It's spiteful, it's petty, but then I play Tyranids, so... Look at that! Tyranids are very spiteful and petty. They're not really, are they?
They're incredible. The hive mind is apparently really spiteful. 4 up saves. I fail, make everyone but 1. I'm going to CP it because it's Kyphon. He deserves to live. He dies.
Deadly Demise. We haven't had an explosion yet.
No.
We still don't get an explosion. That is Bring It Down. That will get me 4 CP. VP. And then the Warriors are going to shoot at Halbrecht.
Yes.
2d3 shots with the heavy venom cannons. For 4 shots. These will hit on 4s.
Sustained hits.
Drop dice don't count. Look at that. 4 6s. It's like the best shooting they've ever done.
2s.
Strength 9. 6 wounds at -2. You can start tanking them on the guys on that side of the barricade so that you will have 4 up saves.
Okay.
Shots coming from here. So 4 up on that guy.
He's good.
He's alive.
5 left to go. He's
dead. Right, now you can do 2 at a time.
Yeah.
On the other guy.
He's alive.
He's still alive.
He's alive.
Still alive.
He's dead. Now 5 up save. Ignore that last one.
Yeah.
I can't count.
There was only 6 wounds. Okay, so take out 2 of them. Yep. 2 of them. This unit of warriors can't shoot. We're on the other side of the ruin. So now we're coming on to Acid Spray Tyrannifex into the Last of the Sword Crusader Brethren squad.
Crusader squad.
For 11 auto hits. 3 to wound. 5 up saves.
I've got 6 dice. It's 8 of them, but they're dead.
That is the end of the shooting phase. It will get me 6 points for killing stuff. And now we go on to the fight phase. Defenders get to fight first. Dreadnought fights. Oath of Moment is still a thing until the next command phase. And that is 5 hits.
Reroll. It's 5 wounds.
And that is 5 wounds.
Maybe
and that is 5 saves, Sultan.
It's a bloody thing.
How'd you like them apples?
I don't like them at all.
Do you know what? She's sick of fighting that Dreadnought. That Dreadnought, he ain't got it. It's not hurting me. Instead, she's going to turn around and kick out with her back legs like an angry mule into Grimaldus' unit. And we're going to be doing sweep attacks instead. So it gives me 8 attacks. They hit on 3s. No, hits on 4s because she's injured. But I do get 2 sustained hits at strength 7. Only 3 wounds. -1, 2 damage.
4 up saves. 1 dies.
One of Grimaldus' squad dies because they have 3 wounds each. And now angry Grimaldus and his squad get to fight back.
Mastercraft power weapon on 2s.
Into Big Mama.
Rerolling. There's 1 explosion.
Yes.
And then 6s. Rerolling because of Oath of Moment.
Okay.
-2. 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yes.
6 feel no pains.
1 wound left.
I'm never gonna. I'm not gonna be able to pull this off, am I?
I might leave if you do.
Oh, so close. So close. That's her last wound. Now, if anyone deserves a deadly demise, it's Matervagon. No explosions. I like explosions. Anyway, Grimaldus, a Cenobite, and this fella can attack the Tervagons. Here's this fella.
3s, re-rolling because of Grimaldus this time.
Okay.
2 explosions.
6 hits as he sweeps his sword through them.
3 strength 5, so 3s.
6 of them are dead. No saves.
Yeah, no save. And then Grimaldus has 5 attacks, sorry.
5 attacks, okay.
Hit on 2s, re-rolling. With an explosion. And then 2s to kill.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
And then finally, at the end of turn 4, Big Mama and her little baby brood have all gone. And it looks like this down in this quarter. And there's a lot of Black Templars on this side of the battle grid. Some Infernus dudes sat over there. And then a big open space until you get to High Marshal Helbrecht and the remaining Tyranids on this side of the battle grid. I do pick up 6 more points for no prisoners, however, racking my way into the lead. But finally, the Templars are going to start picking up points because they'll be on 5, 10, 15 points on the primaries at the start of their turn 4. Sultan,
hello.
I forgot to add on your primaries from last turn.
Oh, is that why I was only on 17?
Yeah, you weren't on 17, you were on 27.
Oh.
And then with picking up the 15 this time, you're on 42, actually.
Oh, it's not as bad. I did suddenly wonder where the swing had come from. I just assumed I was too busy killing again.
42 to 63.
Okay.
Okay, so you're still 21 points behind.
That's a lot, yeah.
But you got 2 turns, and I've got 4 units remaining. Let's find out what the orders are. The Templars need to lock down this battle grid. They want to deploy a teleport Homer in my deployment zone. That'll be 5 points. And do actions on every single objective that they control in no man's land for extra points as well, cleansing them. So you've oathed up the Exocrine. Talk us through your points, Sultan. What are we thinking?
So we're thinking to cleanse with Grimaldus' squad and the tank.
Okay, that's 5 points.
That's 5 points. We're deploying a teleport Homer in the deployment zone.
That's 10 points.
That's 10 points. And otherwise, we're just going to charge Helbrecht into the Exocrine and murder.
What's the Redemptor?
The Redemptor's advanced this turn because maybe next turn, if things are so live, he might be able to push a
plasma
shotgun.
gun is a long range gun, right?
Yeah, it's like 36 inches.
Okay, so they're all doing actions and locking down and burning and murdering.
Bringing in more First Company.
Yeah. Any little Tyranids that are still squeaking and moving down there, they're stamping on their heads, curb stomping. So it comes down to High Marshal Halbrecht destroying this Exocrine. In the shooting phase, bolt pistols went flying out and didn't manage to wound the Exocrine. Now you've gone charging in.
Yeah.
High Marshal Halbrecht versus Exocrine. I am spending the CP on rapid regeneration for Feel No Pain.
I'm spending the CP on the Vow that gives me lethal hits as well as sustained hits.
Okay. I only get a 6-up Feel No Pain. I'm not in synapse again.
Oh.
First up, does Halbrecht do mortal wounds on the charge?
Yes.
Yes, he does. That'll be D3. That'll be 3. Let's feel that pain. I feel the pain 3 times. The Exocrine's on 11.
Helbrecht, big fight, big wow.
Okay.
2s to hit.
Yes.
Rerolling because of Oath of Moment.
Okay.
He gets 3 explosions and 3 auto wounds.
Brilliant.
Because I put them in the extra vow.
Extra vow.
I'll tell you what the vow is. It's
Okay.
probably good. It is suffer not the unclean to live.
It's very unclean.
Yeah, dirty.
It hasn't even been toilet trained or anything. That
That
Exocrine.
red what? Yeah.
I know.
So now we're strength 9, toughness more than.
Toughness 10.
Toughness 10, so 5s. And then I get Oath of Moment as a reroll.
Okay.
So that's 4 minus 3 damage.
6-up saves.
Good luck.
Halbrecht just put 12 wounds on that Exocrine. That's only got 11 wounds remaining. Can it shrug any?
Shrug 2.
It can. It's got 1 wound left.
Yay.
So someone's going to steal the glory and stab a sword through the head one more time.
Yeah, we've done the extra damage as always.
Okay.
So we've got a mastercrafted power weapon,
Right.
which is going to hit on 2s. And they both explode.
Right.
So I get an extra 2 hits as well as those auto wounds. And then 6s. With Oath of Moment.
Rolling.
Oh, yeah,
3
rerolling.
wounds.
I forgot. 1 second, I missed 2, didn't I?
Well, it's got 1 wound left.
Yeah,
And the feel no pains.
3 damage. Yeah.
And it's definitely dead. Right, something's got to explode at some point. What? It has deadly... Yeah, it does. Nothing's exploded.
Nothing's exploding.
The demise is, deadly demise, hasn't been all that deadly. So that was the end of turn 4, the quickest turn of the game, and it was a 25-point swing back for the Black Templars, and I've added it all up correctly this turn. So it's 63 points to the Tyranids, 52 points to the Black Templars. The Black Templars are 11 points behind.
Yeah.
In my command phase, I'm going to get 10 points for being on these two here.
You haven't yet maxed them out.
Haven't you? Well, it's 50 on the primaries.
Nice.
That maxes out my primary
This
score
is
to
maxed.
50
Nice.
points.
Perfect. That's what it is, yeah.
And now I need to find out what the will of the hive mind is. Right, Sultan, I'm 21 points ahead.
Yeah.
The max you can get in any one turn is 25, I think.
Oh.
I can't storm a hostile objective, but if I assassinate someone,
Helbrecht.
that gets me 5 points.
Yeah.
Kill Helbrecht.
Yes.
I think if I kill Helbrecht, I'll win the game. There are some secondaries that you can draw as well that give you more than 5.
Yeah, something like 8.
Like the one that you do for investigate table quarters and stuff. I think you've done that one already, but there's some that you can get more. Killing Helbrecht, however, I'm not confident. Okay, I've moved. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't bring the acid spray T-Fex round in range. So, in fact, what I'll do is I'll keep her out of line of sight or range of your tanks.
Yeah, fair one.
And I've got to try and kill Halbrecht. So we're lining up to do that. Let's start off with this unit of warriors. He's got 2 fellas with him. Can he withstand the attack of the warriors? You've got 1 CP, but you're not spending Armor Contempt yet.
No.
Because the shooting attacks hit on 4s.
Sustained hits.
And have less attacks. And wound on 3s. So that's 2 wounds with 4-up saves. And that is 2 wounds. That is this unit here. Now unit number 2. One of them is on 1 wound remaining. I need some more dice. These will hit on 4s. And wound on 3s. Drop dice don't count. 5 more 4-up saves.
Kill 1, injure 1.
His bodyguard's on 2 wounds. Halbrecht's still fine. 2 venom cannons come in for 3 shots. D3 shots each hitting on 4s. 1 hit, wounding on a 2. Doesn't wound. And then we need to charge. This unit charging Halbrecht. 3-inch charge? CP reroll? 4-inch charge.
Now you're
Right, this is where we end up after piling in. Couple of things are happening. You're spending your CP now on Armor of Contempt because I hit better with more attacks in the fight phase.
Yeah.
You've also got your D3 wounds that you do. Don't roll a 1.
Roll a 6, which is D3 plus 3.
What?
For wounds. It's High Marshal Helbrecht.
You make it up.
I wish I was.
It's High Marshal Halbrecht. He does 4 mortal wounds. He will wipe out one of them. Let's take this guy away because he's not fighting. They have 5 attacks each.
Yeah.
So I've got 25 attacks that hit on 3s and 6s explode. And these wound on 3s cause 15 wounds chasing this assassinate secondary. But that guy is a 3-up save. Halbrecht is a 2-up save because of Oath, not Oath of the moment. Armor of Contempt.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the 2 wound guy, he's on 1
wound.
Right.
And then dies.
Now he's dead.
Now we got loads on Halbrecht. 2-up saves.
And he's got 5 wounds, right?
He has lost 4 wounds, but he is still in the fight.
Really? How
I was so resigned to his death.
Tanks it. He's got 1 wound remaining. I don't assassinate the target. And he gets to fight back. And he hits on 2s. And that is 5 hits with an explosion. The thing is, 2 explosions. Yeah. He kills on 3s because it's -3 damage.
Come on, mate. Kills a couple.
He kills every single one in the squad, but 1. At least I've managed to tie him up, and that is the very end of Tyranids turn 5, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models on the battle grid. And I finish this with a score of 73. Now, in the Space Marines turn, they are going to get 5, 10, 15 points on the primary. And now we need to find out what their orders are. Okay, 67, 73. Yeah?
Yeah.
Behind enemy lines, you're always scoring it.
Yeah.
With 2 units, you're 1 point behind. You can't score this.
No.
So, unless you get a better order, which you can recycle orders once per battle, it will be a victory for the Tyranids. And you get engage on all fronts. So at the end of the Black Templars movement phase, Sultan's found a way to win no matter what.
I'm keeping Halbrecht in combat because he is High Marshal Halbrecht.
He doesn't step
But I
down.
didn't really want to leave it just to him on 1 wound. So, taking the initiative into his own hands, Grimaldus has said, "Oi, you lot have been standing on the home objective the entire time. Move right a bit, please."
Yeah.
So they got a big 6-inch advance.
So you ran over there, you're in that table quarter, you're in that table quarter, you're in that table quarter, and even if High Marshal Halbrecht loses this confrontation, you will win this day because you're going to get 3 points for being in 3 table quarters. If he's still alive, you're going to get 5 points. Let's see how this combat ends.
I care less about the victory.
Don't roll a 1 because he does mortal wounds at the start of the fight phase. And you roll a 1. And then my warrior gets to take down Halbrecht.
Sustained hits.
And I don't wound him.
Let's see what the chapter master, the High Marshal of the Black Templars, the Crusaders of the Galaxy, can do. He can. This was the Oath of Moment target, by the way.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
He explodes 3 times.
Does he?
Yes.
Sounds painful.
3s to wound.
Rerolling everything.
Yeah, he needs that. Bloody hell. Come on, Albrecht. You got no save, but that's not the point.
There's one warrior there, and Halbrecht would have killed 6. Wipes him out, leaving a unit of warriors back here, a Tyrannifex over there, the Black Templars engaging on all fronts, winning this combat by 4 points, and this is the way the world ends. The Black Templars were losing and losing and losing, but having 2 max point scoring turns in turn 4 and turn 5 pulled 50 points back into their point tally, which means it is a final score with painting standard. This is one of the highest ones we've had. 87 points to the heroes of the Imperium and 83 points to the dirty Tyranids. How was it for you, honey? You were sweating at the end there.
I was. So when you gave, afterwards, it turned out, obviously you said you, I added it up wrong, whoops, but it was when you said, so 63 points to 17, and I was like, what? I thought I was doing quite well.
Yeah. I didn't add the 10 on. We do the primary, secondary.
That's right. It's never about winning or losing. It's about making it as close as possible because they're the best games and having those hero moments across the board. And this, since 10th edition, is I've never played Grimaldus before ever, but since I've painted Grimaldus, this is the first time he's ever survived a battle. Yeah. So I'm pleased with Grimaldus.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, really. That was glorious. Tyranids were doing all they could to score as many points as they can whenever they could, and we did have some hero moments. We did have some glorious moments. But that happened.
What can you do against such zealous hate?
That was definitely a game of Warhammer 40k with Grimaldus, with High Marshal Helbrecht, with some of the biggest heroes the Imperium has to offer. And this battle mat was brought to you by urbanmats.com, as well as all this lovely pre-painted scenery. Like, comment, share, subscribe, Sultan Plays YouTube channel. Go check him out where he doesn't play anything. And if you'd like to support me and become a channel member, I would really appreciate it. Massive thank you to all my channel supporters already. You don't know how important you are. You're so important. Anyway, I need to sit down. Happy wargaming.
Bye.